Fisherman can pull troops away from your Royal Giant so that he can get a few extra shots on the tower. The Royal Giant can also be countered by swarms, like Skeleton Army or Goblin Gang. So now you need something to counter the swarms. A spell like the Log, Rage, or Arrows can do a pretty good job. Since most decks have more than one swarm card, adding a spirit card can be really helpful. An Electro Spirit or Ice Spirit can help reset units and also counter swarms like bats. Your final offensive card should be a big spell to take care of buildings trying to kill your Royal Giant. Don't opt for spells like Rocket or Poison, they're too slow and the building can counter the Royal Giant in the meantime. Instead, use instant spells like Lightning, Earthquake, or Fireball. Now that your offense is sorted, we need to add cards for defense. First of all, you need a mini tank which can help you counter opponent troops and also add some pressure on offense. Cards like Royal Ghost, Monk, Skeleton King, or even a Knight fit really well for this role. You also need a card that deals high damage to counter both air and ground troops. Cards like Hunter, Wizard, Executioner, or even the Witch are a good choice for this. If you have the evolution of these cards, make sure to use it. And lastly, a swarm card is needed to tank critical hits from cards and distract enemy troops. Use skeletons if you want a faster cycle on offense, else you can use guards or Goblin Gang if you want to be a bit safer on defense. That's how you can build your own Royal Giant deck that actually works. Graveyard! The Graveyard is one of the strongest win conditions in the game. It keeps spawning skeletons in a circular radius for 9 seconds. Since it's a spell, you can deploy it anywhere in the arena. A Graveyard deck requires a lot of patience to play. Graveyard is not that strong if you play it solo. You will need a mini tank to absorb hits while your Graveyard deals damage. Usually a Knight and Valkyrie fit this spot perfectly well. They are cheap and can deal good damage, both on offense and defense. If you have the evolved versions of these cards, then use them definitely. Graveyard decks will always need splash damage cards to counter swarms and defend against enemy troops. Cards like Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, Executioner, Witch, and Bowler are great picks. Use any 2 of these cards. Splash damage cards have great synergy with Tornado, so you need to have it in your deck for sure. Since Tornado is weak against log-bait decks, another small spell is needed. Now, you can use the Log or Zap if you want, but the Barbarian Barrel is the best choice for the second small spell. The reason for that is that the Barbarian Barrel can also tank for your Graveyard. To make your defense even stronger, you also need a good building in your deck. Graveyard decks usually run either Tombstone, Cannon, Goblin Hut, or Bomb Tower. Choose one of these. One important thing to note is that you shouldn't use expensive splash damage cards with expensive buildings. These will make your deck slow and you won't be able to use your Graveyard often, so opt for a good balance amongst your defensive cards. Your final card should be a spell. Poison and Freeze are the 2 best spells to use with a Graveyard. Poison destroys troops trying to defend against